Hi, we are again here with environmental microbiology and environmental biotechnology related to public health. So we have to talk again with waterborne disease. We know water is very important. Without water, life is impossible on this globe. If water is free from pathogens, free from contaminants, life is standard, life is good. If water is contaminated with any of the substance, either that is biological or abiological, it will exert a negative burden on society and on public health. So we must have to be careful about the water quality and we must have to keep it free from contamination. So we have to talk again here parasitic disease. Parasites are present in water in form of uh, cysts, in form of vegetative cells, and in various forms it can be found. Parasitic disease, Cryptosporidium, 2,000 to 3,000 cases annually in the United States, which is a developed state regarding human health through livestock waste and contaminated water. So, Cryptosporidium is parasite. Is It causes 2,000 to 3,000 cases annually in this developed country, and it transmits through livestock waste and contaminated water. Livestock waste is going into the freshwater bodies, and freshwater bodies are consumed by human beings, and it transmits a disease into human. Cryptosporidium oocyst detected in 65% to 97% of surface water tested in the United States. So it have a huge burden. It is the main contaminant and main parasite, and its cysts are present on surface water, 65 to 97%. Common disinfectants like chlorination is ineffective for this. In 1993, outbreak in Milwaukee was the largest outbreak over a decade in the United States with 400,000 cases and 100 deaths. So in 1997, 2,566 cases were reported from 45 states. So parasites are also present in animal waste, and animals, either those are domestic, either those are wild, which are excreting their feces on surface of the earth, either that is forest, either that is farm, either that is barren soils, either that is agriculture soils, where these are excreting their excreta, their feces, and cysts are present in the feces of these animals. After drying, these cysts are transmitting or transferred to water bodies through surface runoff, and through dissemination these are going into the water bodies and are consumed by healthy individuals and causing disease. So various from many developed countries the cases are reported. So water must be free from contamination, but normal chlorination is ineffective for this treatment. Giardia lambilla, second most common parasite in the United States. Cyst found in raw surface water from animal and human feces. Near about 40 of the filtered drinking water found Giardia, 70%, and Cryptosporidium, 27%. So in filtered water, it is present. Giardia is present in animal feces, in human feces, and through wastewater and through feces. It is going on surface of the soil, and from surface of the soil through rainwater, it is going to be a part of. It is going a part of surface water bodies. either that is lake, river, stream, pond, whatsoever is there, and from where water is disseminated for the public consumption. So these parasites are transmitting through water, and at the same time, increased temperature and increased organic material supports the survivability and growth of these parasites. Cyclospora, often associated with fresh produce from contaminated water, big outbreak in 2013 from Salad Bar, Salentro in Texas, NE and IA. So viral, fungal, and HAV disease, hepatitis disease, hepatitis AB disease, viruses are heat resistant and likely to survive severe treatment process. Viruses found in shellfish contaminated with wastewater and fecal sources. So hepatitis A, noroviruses, Norwalk viruses, Cryptococcus, Aspergillus, harmful algae blooms, these all present in water bodies, all present on surface of the earth, going to water bodies, fresh water bodies. Through distribution system, these are going into domestic use, and where these can cause negative health effects. So water must be treated before consumption. 90% lethal, 100% preventable summer is amoeba season. We cannot bring back our child, protect your and enjoy summer. Waterborne disease, 99% are lethal, but most positive thing is 100% preventable. We can prevent this disease by keeping our water bodies free from contamination, by providing fresh water to our community. Because during changing temperature and weather and seasons, these micro waterborne diseases are increased. If we will not care, so remember we cannot bring our child's back. Protect your and enjoy summers. Fifth grade swarm in Popular Lake in central Florida. 5 nights later, headache with fever, no stiff neck. 24 hours later, he was hallucinating. 12 hours he was seizing, and the next 12 hours he was febrile in septic shock and died. Autopsy revealed trophocytes in the brain, heart, spleen, and lungs. So, how much it is dangerous if we will not care, if we will not protect the water? Fifth grader swam in Popular Lake in central Florida. 5 nights later, uh, prevention. So it is very important how we can prevent the water bodies. Wear nose clip or keep head above water in warm fresh water, lakes, rivers, underchlorinated pools, spas, baby pools. Don't force water up your nose like on slip slide outdoor houses. Don't force water up your nose like on slip sides outdoor houses. Never use a native pot or nasal wash with unboiled tap water. Get a good environmental and play history. Think amoeba with warm water exposure over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can prevent such type of uh, disease, communicable, transmitting disease from water to human. Preventions waterborne disease. Improve quality and quantity of drinking water at source, at the tap, on in the storage vessel. So this is the first thing by which we can prevent the waterborne disease. So first precaution, for first prevention we have to take, improve quantity, quality and quantity of drinking water at source. We must have to improve its quality by using various steps and techniques which has been introduced for water purification. And also we have to improve its quantity for drinking at the tap or in the storage vessel. Interrupt routes of transmission by emptying accumulated water sources. We have to stop, we have to interrupt those routes by which contamination is coming to water bodies. We have to chlorinate the water. We have to keep free chlorine in water if any pathogenic microorganism or pathogen, protozoan, parasite, fungus will enter, biological contaminant will enter into the body, into water body, chlorine will kill it. Change hygiene behavior like hand washing. We must have to keep clean our hands. We have to wash our hands time to time, especially after returning from washroom. Breastfeeding first 6 months of life, it is important to keep healthy your children. We should not provide any other stuff to children. Proper use of latrines, washrooms. Careful disposal of all waste products. These are the major source of the water contamination because the public disposing their waste material carelessly into the environment, where it dries and through rain, surface rain of it goes to the water bodies and contaminates water bodies. Proper maintenance of water supply, sanitation system, pump and valves. We have to maintain these things properly. Good food hygiene, wash before eating, protect from flies. We must be careful about hygiene of our food before eating especially. We must have to wash it. We have to protect it from flies because flies are coming from outside, sitting on waste material, especially on sewage, carrying and harboring pathogens, fungus, and other microorganisms with its wings and feet, and sitting on the food material, which is transmitting microorganisms from environment to your food. So we must have to keep protected our food material from flies. Improved immunization, parasites, especially rotaviruses. We have to be careful about our immunity. We must have to keep playing our children on mud weekly or twice once in 2 weeks, that they will get exposure with environmental microorganisms and will get immunity. develop or enhance the public health surveillance system. We must have to keep inspectors, watchdogs to enhance the public health surveillance system. Faster response to immigrant and dangerous pandemic strains of pathogenic infections. We must have to keep active our health workers, professional workers, uh, to keep an eye on to respond the emergent and dangerous endemic bacterial strains. Health education programs across the country must be, and these are some references from where it has been taken. CDC.gov, Environmental Protection Agency, Climate Change in the United States, Benefits of Global Action 2015, Climate Change and Public Health, Barry Levy and Jonathan Patz 2015, Environmental Health Perspectives 2001, Climate Change and Opportunities for Global Health, Water-Related Disease and Climate, Yale University 2015, Global Climate Change and Children's Health, Pediatrics, November 2007, Lancet Commission's report, Vaccines to the Health Effects of the Climate Change in 2019, Lancet Commission report, Health and Climate Change Policy Responses to Protect Public Health 2015, National Climate Assessment 2014, and Cell Infectious Microbiology to January 2014. These are some diseases. The more I think, the more confused I get. So we should not be confused. We just have to establish one thing, that there are many diseases which are transmitting through water from environment to healthy individuals, and the source is water. And how we can stop these all diseases which are transmitting from environment to healthy individuals through water? We can stop it, we can prevent it by keeping our water bodies free from contamination. Or we have to clean our water before it is used. We have to keep our environment clean. We have to dispose our wastewater after treatment. So by keeping precautions, we can keep our society healthy. We can reduce disease burden, economic burden, and medical burden, hospital burden, by keeping our environment clean, our water clean. So for that, we must have to wash our hands with clean water. We have to wash our utensils with clean water. And we have to dispose our waste material properly and carefully. And before disposing, we must have to treat it. We must have to separate our cyclable and recyclable substances separate, because whenever we are separating recyclable substances, we can save our energy, resources, time, and manpower. So these were the disease. These are the disease, uh, waterborne disease, the causative agent. These diseases transmit from environment to healthy individual through water. Thank you very much, and read it carefully. And same time, you have to go through a book to read it in depth.